Let's talk about mornings and why they can be a struggle for some people. There are so many factors that impact this, and this is a subject that is very close to my heart because I am an absolute night owl. I really struggle in the mornings, and even though I do get up earlier now and I start my day earlier because I have some great routines in place, I still don't feel like my brain is fully functioning until probably around 11 a.m. is when I start to feel switched on. And this can be for many reasons. This can impact people in different ways. And one of the ways this impacts people, one of the reasons this impacts people, is the biological factor. Genetics play a part. Some people are just destined to be morning people. Some people are just destined to be night owls. Our biology does play a part in this, and while you can adapt and you can change it, sometimes it can feel like you're just fighting against the tide because your body has a natural rhythm. When we were sleeping in caves, we needed some people to be awake at different times, so we all had our roles within the clan, and that's really normal. And that is something that still impacts us now. We're not that different in our brains to what we were thousands of years ago. Your circadian rhythm is something that can be impacted by lack of sleep. If you have a newborn baby and your sleep gets disrupted, that can stay disrupted, and that's your circadian rhythm. Jet lag, caffeine, night shifts, different big factors in our life when we have big events in our life, or stressful, worrying events, or even joyous, brilliant events that just make us feel super hyped. That can impact our circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is something that you can change. I'm going to talk about that in this video. So if you feel like that's something that is impacting you, stick around because I'm going to talk about ways to gently nudge your circadian rhythm to be where you want it to be. Because that's what's important about this. It's about creating a feeling of health and vitality in you that works for your life. Some people feel super stressed in the morning, and there is a reason for this. Your cortisol levels peak when you wake up. It's to wake you up. That's how our brains jumpstart us from being full of melatonin and all our sleepy hormones. But sometimes that jump, that spike in cortisol can make us feel anxious. Now, one of the ways you can combat that is by spending 10 minutes outside. Sounds nuts, right? I'm feeling anxious. It's first thing in the morning. I'm sleepy. But I promise you, if you try this, you will notice a difference. If you try it, let me know in the comments, or if you already do it, tell me, because I love talking about this stuff. And actually for me, when I force myself to go outside, because I don't feel like going outside, especially I live in England, it's wet and grey and drizzly and windy, and it's often not that great. Summer, different ball game. So if you live in a sunny country where you just wake up all the time, it's just hot and sunny, this will probably be a little bit easier for you because we are not predisposed to want to go out on gloomy days. So on those days, you have to force yourself to go out. When I'm sleeping in my van, my RV for my American viewers, I am outside much earlier and much more of the time, and my circadian rhythm just settles down. And I'm sure that it's because I'm just more in touch with nature and sunshine. Even when it's cloudy and it feels like you're not getting very much sunlight, you actually are, and your brain is recognizing so much of that light. Lifestyle factors can be a huge factor in people having a rubbish morning routine, or feeling just sluggish in the morning, or just not enjoying mornings. Drinking alcohol definitely disrupt your morning and actually is a depressant. So that's something to bear in mind. I'm not saying don't drink alcohol ever, although, maybe consider that. But what I am saying is just be aware. If you've been drinking the night before, you're probably going to feel a little more depressed than you might feel had you not been drinking, because alcohol is just a depressant and it kind of messes with our system. And again, I'm not saying go be teetotal. I'm just saying be aware of it, be intelligent, and use the information for your knowledge so that you're empowered. And of course, anxiety and traumas, they can impact our mornings for a million reasons that this video could not possibly go into. But sometimes you can have a trauma response to mornings, and that you can actually our bodies naturally have a fight, flight, or freeze response. And you can definitely have a freeze response to mornings if you've had a trauma. So if that is you and that resonates with you, get some help. Go talk to someone about it, because you don't have to live with that. EMDR is particularly helpful in these situations. If you've not heard of it, just Google it, EMDR, and find a practitioner that can safely and confidently take you through. It's not a scary process. You don't even have to talk about the thing that you're traumatized by, and it can really make a massive difference. Also, let's talk about mindset and self-perception, because I definitely label myself as not a morning person, and I'm trying to question that within myself. I'm trying to challenge that, because I wonder how much of my struggle with mornings is just the fact that I tell myself I don't do mornings. I'm not good at mornings. If this is something that you want to challenge and you are a morning person, or you're not a morning person, you want to be a morning person, having routines in place is definitely going to help you. And understanding that motivation and emotions are just transient. They're like clouds in the sky. They will come and go, but they do not have to impact what you do, your actions. That goes for business, that goes for the way you respond to people, and it definitely goes for your mornings. So if you can get yourself a system in place for your mornings, a routine that you stick to regardless of how you feel, regardless of how motivated you feel, you are going to feel like your morning is easier. It will feel tough at first, I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to suddenly just be a morning person. I've made a video about this, actually, my take on Mel Robbins' 6-step system, combined with a gratitude practice with Melanie and Leah that I use every day. And as someone who is not a morning person, I rely on the systems I've put in place. And I know that that's just what I do. When the alarm goes off, I get up and I do my morning routine. Check out the video, I'll link it at the end of this one, for that morning routine, the one that I use, that I have adapted, that I rely on every day, including on the days when I'm not motivated or I'm not emotionally in a place where I'm excited to get up and do my morning routine. I do it anyway, because the routine takes me away from relying on motivation and emotion. And if you want to know why you should build a morning routine, it's because it gives you control. And if you feel like mornings are rubbish, you probably don't feel that in control of your mornings. So give yourself tools to make that easier. The mental and emotional benefits of having a morning routine are huge. Reduces anxiety, reduces stress. You don't have to think about it. You don't get up in the morning and think, oh, well, what should I do now? Or I don't really feel like this. And then you go halfway through your day and your day's not been set up right, so everything feels like it's going a bit wrong. You don't have any of that because you have a structure in place. A solid morning routine tells yourself, even if it's subconsciously, that you value you. Who doesn't want that? I want to feel valued, but I don't want to rely on other people to give me that sense of value, because that's not consistent enough. I want to give myself the value that I need. I want to tell myself that I am loved, that I am cared for, that I've got me. And for me, relying on that morning routine, because I'm not a morning person, here we go, said it again, that really helps me. It's like a cornerstone of my day. And it genuinely, legitimately makes my day so much easier. And I can kind of breeze through my day with a lot more grace because I've set myself up first thing in the morning. So check out that other video that I made. Maybe it will help you to think about the morning routine you want to be in place. And it doesn't have to be the exact routine. It's about having a routine. There are reasons the things that I have in my routine are there, and I explain that in the other video. And honestly, your morning routine doesn't need to be longer than 15 minutes. This isn't unobtainable. You know, if you don't give yourself much time in the mornings because you want to sleep as long as you possibly can, 15 minutes, most people can manage a 15-minute routine. And it will make a difference. If this kind of content resonates with you and you like the way I talk about it, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments. I try to reply to everybody that comments on my videos, so it is a great way to just have a conversation with me and also engage with other people in the comments. Find out what other people are doing. You know, community is everything, and YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, online community groups, these are all ways of having our tribe, of having our community, of connecting and feeling wanted and loved. And these are all the things that we want as human beings. As always, guys, have the best day.